Ah, hello there. Well, you're just in time. I was just about to start my experiment. Oh, wait. Don't worry, I am not going to experiment on you. It just so happened that my powers have finally adapted to this world, and I was just about to test them out. Care to just sit back and watch? Ah, good. Well then, without further ado, allow me to welcome you to the continent of Europa. Let us set the stage. December 1934 EC. With the supply of the precious mineral called Ragnite running low on the continent, both superpowers, the Atlantic Federation and the Eastern European Imperial Alliance, were on the cusp of war. It eventually reached a boiling point just after New Year's Day as Imperial forces aggressively invaded Federation territory. At the time, Imperial philosophy and weaponry involved using firearms with limited range, yet sporting a much higher firepower when compared to their enemy counterparts. The Federation, on their part, opted for a more balanced armory, which is mostly apparent in their mainline rifle, the Lenfield. This storied rifle traces its roots back in 1895 when it was first fielded by Edinburgh's Wester Kelvin Company during the War of a Thousand Days from 1899 to 1903. The rifle uses a gas-operated rotating bolt, which gives it a semi-automatic action mechanism, greatly increasing its rate of fire and shot-to-shot recovery time among Federation infantry. Weighing only 3.92 kilograms, the gun sports a metal frame over a wooden stock with the bolt exposed on the right-hand side. Once the final round is fired, the bolt locks itself on the receiver, and, a very interesting feature of this gun, the soldier has to pull the trigger in order to unlock the bolt. Earlier models used stripper clips that are reloaded through the bolt, and although later designs included magazines, the stripper clips were never phased out, and actually remained to be the main way soldiers reloaded the gun in the field. As the war progressed, the Wester Kelvin Company alongside Federation engineers and gunsmiths slowly upgraded the aging rifle. The first few upgrades included the addition of magazines and the lengthening of the barrel, increasing the gun's range and accuracy. Although the first few magazines still held the same 5 rounds as the stripper clips, which may have contributed to the clips not being phased out, as stripper clips are far easier to maintain than regular magazines. Eventually, a railguard and a bipod were added to the gun's design, further increasing stability and accuracy, as well as higher capacity magazines and an underbarrel grenade launcher, although only more experienced infantry were authorized to utilize the underbarrel grenade launcher. The rifle sported a balance between firepower and accuracy, although it does not excel at either, especially when compared to rifles such as the Brown and the Galleon. Despite its clearly aging design and the addition of other more modern rifles in the Federation armory, the Lenfield continued to be in service up until the 1950s, though I cannot say what rifle had replaced it or when it was actually phased out, as I had left the world by then. Through my research, There seems to be other travelers from this world who managed to reach Europa, as evidenced by some of the articles that they had left behind on the internet. In terms of their notes on the Lenfield Rifle, many of these travelers seem to draw similarities of it towards more famous World War II firearms, such as the design being similar to the American M1 Garand, and the name being synonymous to the British Lee Enfield. Although I have a different input. Although the design and name closely resembles the aforementioned rifles, the way the upgrades were added draws similarities to another more forgotten rifle of World War II, and that is the Czech ZH-29. Like the Lenfield, it was a semi-automatic, gas-operated rifle used by the Czech Republic during the war. To keep this part brief, I'll just say that the rifle used a tilting bolt locking system similar to what the German STG-44 used, as well as the fact that stripper clips were still being used to reload the gun despite the presence of a magazine. If you're interested to know more of what the ZH-29 was, I'm going to put a video in the description which goes in depth on its features. And that's the story of the Federation's Lenfield Rifle. I hope you enjoyed this pseudo-lore video on Valkyria Chronicles, and I hope you will come back for more because I plan to make more of this in the future. But for now, my name is Maven, I am a storyteller, and that is the story for today.